How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, I was doing some deep thinking. And what I was thinking about, my royal family, what is the impact of opioid use or just drug use in general amongst the royal family? It's something that may be uncomfortable to talk about, but we should not lose sight of. And our queen, Lisa Cabrera, has been doing an excellent job exposing the opiate use amongst the Caucasoids. But I have two videos to play for the royal family. But first, before I play the two videos, I want to read something. And if I remember, I will attach this article. But I'm going to read what I feel like is absolutely necessary, because a lot of this stuff is gobbledygook to me. So let me go here. Let's see here. Right here. The Chicago Urban League recently, excuse me. This article was done December 21st, 2017. Okay. The Chicago Urban League recently issued a paper titled Whitewash: The African American Opioid Epidemic, outlining drugs toll on the community. African Americans make up 15% of the state population, but account for 24% of opioid-related deaths. Okay, so then, and this ain't gonna be nothing new to the royal family, I'm gonna scroll up here. Okay, here we go, right here. So, the demographics shift more on a surge of powerful opioid painkillers lead many more in addiction and overdose. Opioid deaths among whites, 70% of the nation's total in 1999, grew to 82% by 2015, according to the figures from the Kaiser Family Foundation. Now check this out, and it ain't nothing new to the royal family, and this is something that Lisa Cabrera been pointing out to us. Many who died were from wealthy suburbs and far-flung rural areas, places that have never before encountered such a plague. News cover reflect that shift, but in a way that casts white users as a sympathetic victims, and black and Latino users as criminals, according to the media analysts published last year in the Journal of Cultural Medicine and Psychiatry. While the suburbs have reacted to the spiraling opioid abuse with law enforcement policies that aim to guide users into treatment instead of jail, the Urban League researchers said the hard-nosed war on drugs approach remained the rule in Chicago's poor neighborhood. Ain't shit changed. All right? That's why I'm not going to read all that gobbledygook, but I will put it there for the royal family. And I have two videos to play for the royal family. Then I'll say what I gotta say. So we'll listen to what he has to say first.
In the house when I was growing up, 10, 11 years old, right? So it was all drug users and sellers, and I stole some heroin, and that's when I was in sixth grade. I sold the heroin in 6th grade, and I tried it when I was in 10th grade. The first time I tried heroin, Yeah, it was in the Ida Well projects, right? The Ida Well.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so I tried it and liked it. Oh, the feeling, it was unbelievable. It was like heaven, right? The heroin, it makes you feel strong, man. You know, feel different. So yeah, I fell in love with heroin. I end up using heroin for 35 years, right? I've been shot 6 times. I came to Safe Haven through a friend. Somebody told me about Safe Haven. I came here. Okay, so I got 6 years clean now. 2011. 2011 I came to Safe Haven, and this is a heaven sent program. I learned a lot of skills, computer skills, just life skills. Right, Safe Haven is the best place in the world. I work here.
Oh, you work here now?
I'm the front desk receptionist,
Okay.
security, and I've been working, it'll be 3 years next month. There's not enough places. Yeah, we need more places to help, more places like Safe Haven, to give them the services they need. So there's a lot of loving people around here that helps you. Whatever you think you need is here in Safe Haven. But yeah, we need more places to help sustain, to help the people, the using people. Okay, so now I'm in the, I stay connected with the program. I'm in the Narcotic Anonymous program. I go to meetings regularly. There's a lot of support there. You have to find the power greater in yourself to help you change. So for me now, life is good. I got married. I've been married going on 3 years. My son, my family is back together again. You know, because I had lost everything. It was true darkness. So since I've been in recovery, things are coming together. I just keep praying and thanking God for every second. A lot of times they say it's a second chance of life. Like I got a second chance. I feel like this is my 7th chance. I've been shot 6 times. So I'm grateful to be here.
All right, my royal family. Let me shut that down. Now, the reason why I played that first, just to emphasize to the royal family that we do have black victims of heroin use and opiate use. You know, it's part of reality. We have it in our families and friends, and we hear it in the community, so it's something that we cannot avoid. Now, I found a video. I want to play this for a reason, and y'all understand. And this is dated 11/21/2017. How the opioid epidemic is impacting the African American community.
On average, the heroin epidemic claims a life in Columbus every day. No neighborhood is immune, no community untouched. But as we found out, the scourge is having an unusual effect on communities of color.
We all have our own personal formula or our own personal equation to be successful, right?
Jonathan Smith is running a group therapy session at Eden Counseling Center in East Columbus. This could go on for hours. He'll ask questions, poke around inside their heads, trying to get them to think differently about staying clean.
Because I'm stuck in this tiny little bubble, what happens is that I don't realize that it's a million things to do besides getting high. It's a million things to do, but we got to go out there and get it.
The opiate epidemic in Franklin County claimed 353 lives in 2016. But an interesting statistic within that statistic is the racial breakdown. Let's take a look at the year 2016 by race. 18% black, 82% white. Now, if we look at the first 6 months of this year, the number of black overdoses upticked to 23%, but the vast majority remained white, 76%. Why is that?
Among the reasons, according to the National Institute of Health, is that doctors are less likely to prescribe opioid painkillers to blacks than whites for the same ailments. And the NIH also says even when blacks do get an opiate prescription, it's sometimes harder to find a pharmacy in low-income neighborhoods that can fill it. Columbus drug counselor and psychiatrist Dr. Alvin Pelt has an additional observation.
If you look at the age groups, most of the African American community that is addicted to opiates are older, baby boomers, 50s, 60s, some 70s. So they've been using for the better part of 30 years, 40 years. But the new users are by and large Caucasian folk.
Dr. Pelt says heroin dealers go where the money is, which he says explains the growth of the opiate and overdose epidemic in the suburbs. Pelt says even though a growing number of blacks are becoming addicted to opiates, he says the biggest drug in the black community remains alcohol, a situation that Pelt says historically has been driven by the marketing tactics of beverage companies to black consumers.
The whole concept of malt liquor. When I moved down from Detroit, moved into the Worthington area, you could not find malt liquor in the stores because they didn't sell it. It was only in the central areas, predominantly African American communities, where they sold malt liquor.
I came in, I kind of stopped doing cocaine and was a really heavy drinker.
Floyd Bacon is a recovering heroin addict who says his drinking problem led him to opiates.
The heavy drinking just kind of tailed me to want to try something heavier than just the alcohol, and then that's when I was introduced to heroin. And then I did heroin for about 3.5 years and continued my binge drinking that whole time. And
How long have you been clean now?
I've been clean for a year and 1 day today.
Congratulations. This is a war, right? You've heard it's a war. If it's a war, what's the end game?
Earl Jennings, CEO of Eden Counseling Services, says his mission in the war is to get people into treatment. Something, he says, some African Americans aren't always receptive to.
Now, I'll give you just a personal experience. My mother died of cirrhosis of the liver at age 55, alcohol-induced cirrhosis. And when I used to talk to her, Mom, go get help. She says, I'm not like those other people. I don't need help.
Jennings says his mother didn't have to die. He blames her death on a cultural barrier to treatment that he says he wants to see ended.
And so it becomes our role in our community is to help folks feel comfortable in reaching out and saying, I need help.
If you want help, the help's out there. There's no color demographic, there's no race barrier. If you want help, you can go get help.
The drug counselors we talked with are seeing more beds and outpatient treatment available across the city. They want to see greater effort placed on getting some of those resources to opiate addicts in the minority community.
All right, my royal family, let me shut this down. And I did not want the royal family to lose sight of what we go through. Let me put this here so y'all don't just look at a blank screen. Okay, let me freeze that. It was just on my mind, my royal family. And I did not want the royal family to lose sight, because in there is always us and others. And yes, it's being whitewashed because they want us to have sympathy for the Caucasoids, and still they are using it on a high percentage level because they the one that have more money, and they the one that also can't deal with shit. It's a lot of factors. I mean, I would sit up here all day talking to the royal family about all the different factors why the Caucasoids use more, but we should not lose sight. That's the driving force of this, because they will whitewash it and then they want to put it in a rim of, well, those black folks over there, or those Latinos over there, they are criminals. We can see right here, this is an older gentleman, 35-year heroin user, you would never know in a million years. So the face of unquote drugs would literally shock you. Some people can maintain they functional addicts. And then also I wanted to show how they market to us. They pump that alcohol use. And alcohol use will kill you much, much faster because your body is absorbing all of that alcohol really, really fast, and the liver is taking a beating. And even the brother that spoke, he's a doctor. His own mother died of cirrhosis of the liver at 55 years old. She was like, I don't have that problem. And so what comes in place is pride, because we have been subjugated in this system all our lives that we don't want to admit that maybe we have some mental health issues, some drug issues, or whatever our issues may be. But it even in my royal family, it does come out in the cracks, and it affects our immediate situation because all our family members have been affected by some extent when it comes to alcohol or some type of drugs. But it was just something on my mind. I'm a deep thinker, and y'all know this. I pray I remember to put this article in here because I did not read the whole article. Pretty lengthy article, but I wanted to point out what was absolutely that I felt was necessary. So as usual, my royal family, do what you do best. Render your voice with your beautiful divine words like you always do. So, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.